Information. Well, our local police, they have to be ready to respond when there's an active shooter here at home. We've seen that sadly too many times. The high-powered rifles and indiscriminate manner of the gunmen who've carried out these crimes have actually changed the law enforcement approach to all this.
News 5's Andy Cohen picks up our team coverage with a closer look at the tools and training officers here use to keep themselves and our community safe. Andy.
Robin, Elizabeth, it comes down to vigilance and preparedness. Officers at the Colorado Springs Police Department routinely take part in mass shooter training, and thanks to the inspired generosity of one of their own, thousands of officers across America are now getting protective gear to keep them safe in these situations.
Columbine changed the way law enforcement responds to active shooters.
When I first came on, it was, get that scene secure, make sure that we are able to set up perimeters, and then we wait for tactical to come into the environment. Those tactics clearly have changed.
Now, as this exercise shows, the first officer on scene rushes to the gunman.
Sir, put the weapon down. Put the weapon down.
Our officers are taking much greater risk in moving to the threat, and you move to that threat appropriately.
What is absolutely clear is that shooters, when confronted, that has stopped every single active shooter.
The Christian charity Shield 616 donates tactical gear like this to law enforcement officers because it protects better against the powerful weapons that mass shooters use. He says Garrett Swayze was that first officer on scene during the Planned Parenthood shooting.
Officer Swayze obviously did not have that gear and died as a result, and would have survived based on the location of the impact, would have survived had he had that gear.
The group, which takes their name from Scripture, wants every cop in the country to have this gear. So far, they've paired about 1,000 officers in 8 states with donors who help to buy the equipment.
They really kind of view them as, this is my officer. I'm praying for him. I can encourage them. I can send them a note, just tell them I'm, believing in what they're doing.
The donations should ideally free up more money in police departments to help pay for officer training, because stopping mass shootings is now a part of modern policing.
It does feel that way, and yes, you have to be vigilant and you have to be prepared.
I did get a chance to speak with Shield 616 founder Jake Skifstead today. He would have loved to have done that interview, but he's actually out of state right now in Minnesota, making another equipment donation to officers there. If you'd like to learn more about their group, we'll put a link for you at KOAA.com. Elizabeth?